Okay, let's go.
Let's dive into something we all do, a habit that's just been put on steroids by our digital world. I'm talking about the comparison trap, that constant, nagging feeling that we need to measure our lives against everyone else's. It's a game you just can't win, and today, we're going to figure out how to quit for good. You know the drill, right? You're just chilling, mindlessly scrolling through your phone, and then, bam, you see it. And all of a sudden, this wave of not enoughness just hits you. It's that sinking feeling that you're not doing enough, not living enough, and that maybe, just maybe, you're on the wrong track completely. I mean, let's be real. Our feeds are just a constant highlight reel of fake perfection. You've got people doing backflips off cliffs into water so blue it hurts your eyes, casual lobster dinners on yachts, a never-ending parade of Gucci and Lambos. Every single photo is perfectly staged, perfectly lit, perfectly filtered to scream, "My life is flawless." And that one simple thing, measuring our own messy, complicated, real lives against someone else's perfectly polished highlight reel, it's honestly one of the most destructive things we can do for ourselves. It doesn't just make you feel bad in the moment, it literally holds you back. So let's really break down the true cost of this habit, because it goes so much deeper than just a flicker of envy. This stuff seeps into our everyday lives, it creates a ton of stress, and it can push us into making some really, really bad decisions. It's so sneaky how it starts. It's just one tiny, innocent-looking thought. You see the car, the vacation, the perfect family photo, and your brain just whispers, "Why don't I have that? Why isn't that my life?" And that one little thought, it's like a weed. It takes root and it grows into this chronic unhappiness with your own life. Before you know it, that becomes a constant, buzzing, low-level stress. You start to actually believe that happiness is something that happens over there, to other people. And this is where it gets really dangerous. When you're living in that state of constant want, of feeling like you're falling behind, you get desperate. You become incredibly vulnerable, just looking for any shortcut you can find to get to that perfect life you see online. This desperation, well, it's a gold mine for scammers and hucksters. They feed on that feeling. They know that if you're desperately looking for an overnight success story, you're the perfect target. It's the key that unlocks the door for them to just take everything. This is exactly why people buy into those $1,000 courses that promise to make you a millionaire in a month. It's why they dump their life savings into some sketchy crypto coin they saw on TikTok, or take these huge wild gambles in the stock market. They're not investing, they're gambling. They're buying a lottery ticket for a fantasy. Okay, so that's the trap. It's pretty bleak, right? So what's the escape hatch? Well, it takes a major shift in how you think, a total reevaluation of what the word success even means. Let's call it the progress principle. To get this, just picture two different people. Let's call them person A and person B. Person A starts out with absolutely nothing, $0, and over their lifetime, they work hard and build up a net worth of $1 million. Their life is all about progression. Now person B, they inherit $1 million, but they blow it all and end up with zero. Their life is a path of regression. So, let me ask you, who do you think is happier? It's a no-brainer, right? Person A wakes up every year feeling a little bit richer, a little more capable, a little more secure. That feeling of constant growth is incredible. Meanwhile, person B wakes up every year feeling a sense of loss, of anxiety, of failure. See? It's not about the number in your bank account, it's about which direction the arrow is pointing. So this means we have to completely redefine success. It's not a destination you arrive at. It's not a specific number of dollars. And it is absolutely not about owning a fancy car. Real success? It's the feeling of consistent progression towards your own goals. It's the journey. This is where the good stuff is. This is where real, lasting happiness comes from. It's that deep, quiet satisfaction of just knowing that you've grown, knowing that you're a little stronger or a little smarter or a little more skilled today than you were yesterday. No amount of likes on Instagram can ever compete with that feeling. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually put this awesome principle into practice? Well, it all comes down to a major shift in focus. It's about changing who you're competing with. The answer is simple, but it's not always easy. It's self-awareness. It means you stop looking left and right at what everybody else is doing, and you start looking in the rearview mirror at the person you used to be. The only benchmark that matters, the only one, is you from the past. So instead of measuring your reality against a stranger's fantasy, start comparing you today to you last week, or you last month, or you last year. Are you learning things? Are you getting stronger? Are you moving forward? That is the only question you ever need to ask. And hey, we're not talking about making these huge, dramatic leaps. We're talking about small wins, tiny ones. Maybe last week you could barely do 15 push-ups, and this week you crushed 25. That's a 10-rep improvement. That is a huge win. That is real, tangible, undeniable progress. Because here's the magic. These small wins, these little steps forward, they start to compound, like interest in a savings account. Small, consistent efforts build on each other, and over time, that leads to massive growth in every single area of your life. All right, let's get tactical. Enough theory. What's a simple, step-by-step plan you can use to start building this new habit of focusing on your own progress, like right now? Try this. It's a simple little monthly loop. First day of the month, just jot down 20 things you'd like to do or get better at. They can be super small, like read one chapter of a book. Then, at the end of the month, look back at that list and focus only on what you did do. Celebrate it. Feel that awesome sense of progress, and then do it all over again next month. And look, while you're doing all this great work on the inside, you have to play defense. You got to protect your new mindset. So get ruthless with your social media feeds. Unfollow any account that makes you feel that twinge of comparison. Seriously, consider just deleting Instagram for a while. Take back your focus and point it where it matters, at your own life. So, I'll just leave you with this one question. Just imagine for a second, what would happen if you took all the time and energy you currently waste comparing yourself to other people and you invested all of it into just being 1% better than the person you were yesterday? What could you actually achieve if the only person you were trying to beat was you?